Fellow frauds and crows and frogs, I join with you today, hand in hand across the threshold, as I tab out and mute Ventrilo. There we go. In the top, we have Keyan, who happens to be a crow. We have a Shambler on the right side. And deep within the west side, Porter boys, we have the diabolical toaster. IskatuMEN! Exclamation point. Yes, my toaster brother has arrived on the scene to exact sticky revenge against all the innumerable atrocities these two gentlemen have inflicted upon me in the not-so-distant past. So we have 2 Zerg and 1 Protoss. Actually, hold on, let me pause this for a moment. I would like to talk about... Oh my god! I would like to talk about the map. What the hell is strange aviary? I think this is actually a person observing. Okay, so this is a very bizarre map, and when you go into view players, it unpauses the replay. SMH. So this is a strange map. I do not think I've casted a replay on this or really talked about it at all. It is a very, 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 very strange. It's been changed a fair bit since I believe that this spawn used to be actually down here, if I'm not mistaken. And these spawns used to be, I don't think they were here. They were closer to the middle though. So it has been changed a little bit more defensible, but the distances between the bases are still basically Bloodbath level. This map is basically Bloodbath a little bit further apart, a little bit closer. Bases down here are we've paused the game a minute in and Shambler's already taking an expansion. Holy shit, my man. You're really all in the ball sack with that one. So it is asymmetrical. It's like a Y shape and it's kind of weird. And I've won 1 round on it by abusing the center, which looks like it has been maybe changed a little bit. But this here is actually an island. And down in the bottom, we have an island. So in my experience, most matches on this map end within the first 5 minutes. Well, it was particularly bad in the earlier versions where the bases were significantly closer, but it's still quite open and wide to get in here, and you do feel pretty claustrophobic inside your main, especially in the top here. There's not really a lot of space to really hoard production in towards tier 2. So what we're going to be kind of looking for is to see how the players make use of the production, because there's a chunk of unbuildable there. That actually takes a deceptively large amount of space away from you. A lot of these expansions are super ultra giga vulnerable. They're all really, really easily tanked. And, you know, Cantors or anything like that can easily find prey on there. And these expansions here don't have much in the way of minerals in them. So, yeah, you typically looking towards taking control of the south and having island presence in towards mid-game. So let's have a see where this map is going to take us. So we have Keyan immediately going for Quas Rock Pool. I'm not sure if he's going to go straight for Naths. It's really quite possible since he's not really heavily invested into gas. He can't make 3 eggs of them. Oh! 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 Ah! Oh! It did interrupt what was probably going to be... Oh no, Keyan, did you just key up a fucking fuck for your gas? Yes, he did. He fucked up his gas. Oh, but it's okay. Shamble Wamble's back to attempt to help him correct this mistake. Indeed, there are some Nather cores, but since he wasn't spamming gas, he's only got a few of them. That said, I think Shamble Wamble could be in trouble. If those went straight to his base, he literally has nothing to deal with them at all. He has nothing. This wouldn't turn into a Spreth colony for quite some time. So Keyan could have just absolutely butchered him at that point, but doesn't. Meanwhile, in the West Porter side, boys, secret purple toasters are planning deep, dark, fantastical toastery things, like turning themselves off and on again, the devils. Shambler's expansion is up, and now he is protected by the Spraith colony. He has no idea really what's going on, but he is spared the rod and spoiled as a result. Keyan, however, has also spoiled his gas production. Some self-flagellation going on with that there. Not sure what he's going to do here. Very possibly another Sarkith, I am imagining. Extremely defensive, perhaps expected some very early aggression. He is not even moving it with these at all. In fact, let's turn this off here so we can see the map a little bit more clearly. Just building a whole whack of these. Meanwhile, inside of Shambler's base, he is awaiting a rod. How much armor do Neths have? He asks. They have one, which he's about to discover as they're on the way to beat his face in at long last. So I do believe that Spraith colonies have been improved a little bit further. They may do a little bit more damage now, I'm not sure. They were already buffed once with an extra 1 armor and a little bit of health a little while back. They may have seen a damage upgrade, I'm not entirely sure. In either event, Keyan gets accosted and disengages, and turtles up very, very heavily. Very, very concerned about... I don't know if they're actually aware that a toaster is in this game or not. The notes were that this was a surprise toaster. And it's very possible that it's like they didn't close the other slot. And it's my toaster brother awakened to the call of slaughter. And has now just... I don't know, what does the toasters even do? They just like burn things. My toaster just burns things. Armor pen 2, right? That's right. So Keyan's enormous wall of defense is about to be tested at the worst possible time. Oh no! Shambler's expansion. Getting tickled. The quasis are tickling. Keyan has no idea. A toaster is about to stampede into his rectum. At least he's prepared accordingly. He's the most well-prepared to deal with a surprise toaster. The tickle cannons are lacking. The toasters are assembling! They really have no idea. No idea the toasters are coming. Man, the toasters are really hard broiling. They're assembling one after the other. Nobody knows except for the observer. The observer would know and never mentioned at the start of the game. I think there's going to be some surprise in a few moments. The toasters have come! He's very lucky the toasters don't really have much in the way of anti-air. In spite of his ample preparations, he's taken a licking from this. So many drones have died. Oh, it's a massacre. Oh my god. So, there's a few interesting things to note about toasters in this game. And one of the things is that they have a very rudimentary kiting behavior. Go kill them. Shambler is going to attempt to save his opponent from the toasters. Will my toaster descendants manage to scrub this filth off the map? Yeah, it made an effort at it. But Toaster the AI is being so ridiculously hard-coded in Blizzard products. There's only really so much you can do with them, and this project does feature a vast amount of reverse engineering. But even so, it's just not splendid enough. It's just a lot of derpery you just can't fix, no matter how many times you beat it over the face with a sledgehammer. Having invested probably... it really wouldn't surprise me if I've invested like 10,000 hours in this. There's over like 12 years of my life have been devoted exclusively to this game. And a very, very large amount of that's been dealing with the AI. So in a way, my spirit endures. But it's not going... This is not my cheese builds. It looks to be just a very standard infantry ground build. I don't think the Toaster's going to do too well against either of the Zurich players. I actually think it's going to job even worse than I do. But we will give them the opportunity to... give them the opportunity to have a chance here. I gotta pause this just for a second. Okay, I was just responding to Popo. So, yeah, the AI has a habit of just sending individual units to their deaths over and over and over again. They tried to clean up this behavior a little bit, but like I said, Blizzard and AI is like dousing yourself in rancid diarrhea. In other words, it's a lot like reading Reddit. It's pretty bad. So the AI has like no money, which is precisely why it's just going to send individual units into Keyan's wall of Nathercores and Sarketh colonies. Over and over and over and over and over again. And over... By the way, apparently they broke the spellcasting for these somehow, and the AI actually will not cast Psionic Storm with these at all. It's like a little inchworm. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, this is going well. At least Keyan has 1,000 Nathercores. The presence of the Toaster has cooled the lines between Shamble, Wamble, and Keyan, and Shambler, as a direct result, is able to expand a reasonable amount here. I almost think that this replay has desynced because there's so many drones, but I think they were just assembling at a rally point there. So, so many sprays of colonies. Ever aware of the horde of Nathercores that continues to amass in Keyan's base. Just an unholy armada. He's even got a couple of Skithercores in there, but the Toaster is just... It's got a Herald. I have no idea what those do. They do have a lot of armor pen. It's just chilling there. A Herald of what? Burnt toast, charcoal. It's built a Crucible, which I always forget they exist when we play the game. I don't know what they actually do. They provide buffs for shields, I think. They're kind of expensive, so... Yeah, Keyan just amassing Nathercores. This is the classic CMBW right here. Just hordes of Nathercores. Just blot out the sun and kill everything. I'm pretty sure he has kill threat on the Toaster. And the Toaster will probably die in short order. It's a good thing. It's going to use Psionic Storm. So the Atriuses can be definitely kind of dangerous. Oh, they're actually trying to use their transport somewhat intelligently. Strike me with a rod. I haven't seen that in years. Keyan not really splitting up his air very much here, so that Atrius just kind of demolishes his shit. Just an absolute massacre. He does manage to finish off the Atrius, but enough reinforcements have arrived, it doesn't really matter. Keyan has so much money, it's ridiculous. And it looks like Shambler has sent over his own armada to finish off the Protoss. Here they come. Surely my toaster kin will endure. The toaster endures. It's definitely taken a few kicks to the canister at this point. It's lost both expansions worth of workers now. Toasters do have a little bit of an income boost. It's not the give_money command that Blizzard swears by in all their products. It is an actual income multiplier. So they do still depend on their workers. It looks like Keyan is just going to continue to spam. But he is getting tier 2 now. His gas is kind of hurting. He hasn't really capped those geysers. Toasters keeping their units together, making ample use of their casters. Oh, wait. Brilliant. Will my toasters be able to endure this madness? I don't think so. They're going to need some kind of tech. He's getting the Strided Stratum, which I believe allows you to get advanced workers. Keyan continues to expand, and Shamble Wamble has just techs left unmolested, untouched, free to grow, free from Keyan's just hordes of Nather cores that probably would have caused him a lot of problems if there wasn't some toastery implications involved. The Protoss are now taking another base, and if the toasters are able to acquire enough candy, they will become a little bit of an annoyance. The toasters are, they're kind of dumb. But when it comes to just multitasking, of course, it is a toaster, right? They just push all the buttons and shit happens. And that's when things can become a menace, is if they get to the stage where they just have an ocean of money and they can just keep spamming shit. But the Zerg are looking to be quite strong now. I have no idea what the hell's going on here. I have no idea what the Matroleths do. Not a clue. I have no idea what that overlay is either. I think this is a buff that makes them spawn shit when they die or something. He's built some Vilgorokors. That's an interesting looking graphic. No idea what they do. Definitely a melee of some kind with 5 armor pen. And everything is going to be spawning hordes and hordes and hordes of broodlings when they die. The Protoss don't stand a chance against that kind of an onslaught. And Keyan may also be in a lot of trouble. But Keyan is still dominantly air. And as far as I know, the broodlings that spawn are all anti-ground. So I guess, oh my god, Shambler is going for Keyan. Oh no, the anti-toaster truce has been broken! The onslaught has come! Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, I don't know if Quaslisks are gonna stand much of a chance against this massive air units. Oh god. Oh my god. There's so many of them. They're everywhere. The Calculisks are just... This is like the Great Emu War. You know, when the Australians were using miniguns to try to cull emus and they still had to admit defeat. Yeah, maybe it wasn't miniguns. Maybe it was like 50 cals or something. I don't remember explicitly, but they were using a lot of heavy firepower. That said, a lot of these units are not pathing into Keyan space. So they did destroy one of his expansions, but the rest of them kind of just milled around. I think that Shambler is too busy freaking out that, oh my god, he did just continue to build nothing but air units. Here comes the single heralds. After some silence, the toasters finally awaken their ultimate war machine. Now, absolutely devastating. There's 2 Zethicors chilling out here. Oh, wait. Here comes an Amaranth. Oh my. The toasters are assembling the ultimate evil. Meanwhile, Keyan attempts revenge. There's so many Skethicors. Oh my god. Still largely fighting it with Quasilisks. Oh, he's got his own Calculisks. You can't even see what's going on because of the effects. The little flying penises. I guess those are the air versions of the broodlings. Well, these fellows helped save Shambler from a potentially embarrassing counterattack. Meanwhile, his expansion's being assaulted by toasters. This is mildly more dangerous than a single herald. With a toaster armada slowly coming online, is keeping all of its money fairly well spent, and has acquired a number of grand libraries. I'm sure all the contents of those libraries are extremely questionable. Yes, the Amaranths do appear to be attempting to kite from the non-aggressive structures, and I believe that's because the workers are nearby. I think that was the excuse given to me. Shambler tries to ignore the toasters and goes back to Keyan. He's got various wiggling units here, and Keyan's in deep shit. He's going to lose his tech. But can Shambler afford to ignore the insane toaster onslaught? Some Nathicors appeared, but they actually did not accomplish that much. These guys are pretty dangerous, apparently. Oh, they're ranged. They are ranged. I thought they might be melee. The second toaster onslaught is preparing. What devastating forces. Shambler fighting on 2 fronts right now. Keyan is not entirely sure how to proceed at this point. Perhaps he's sort of just accepted defeat. Shambler, however, is facing an increasing amount of toastery aggression. It looks like he's going to have this under control, though. The toasters have so much shit, and they don't amass them for one big attack. They're just trickling individual units in, like they're spamming send suicide or something. Keyan. These guys are on timed life, but there is still a convolisk over here. The convoy has arrived. They are aggressively honking. Oh shit. Oh shit. Man, that thing has 3 armor. Can he kill it? Oh. Keyan holds on by a thread. Meanwhile, the Protoss realized, wait a second, I have Atriuses. I can use those to attack. I will send them into the Zerg base. The Atriuses attack the queens. They are the most highest priority target right now. Sends in their High Templar, their Cantivus, which undoubtedly is going to contribute enormously. That was spectacular. Imagine if they actually used them. Shambler would have probably lost some workers. Well, that went splendidly. If the Protoss were building air units, this would have been... Oh, Boudoir, never change. Never change. Imagine if... Never change, Boudoir, never change. I believe they've made some effort to fix this too, but... Yes, Blizzard, you can't fix this. So many grand libraries in this tight little holes. All of his units are stuck inside of his base. He's only half a toaster. Never was really quite the same after he had this brain hemorrhage here. They're just wiggling around aggressively. Looks like Shambler's coming over to put that toaster out of its misery. This gives Keyan the opportunity to make more Skithra cores and rebuild his lost tech. At least he has some money banked. Still, though, it kind of looks like Shambler might be in a little bit of trouble. Some of the envoys are bringing over some of the trapped units. Oh shit! Oh shit! He breached it! The clog is finally free! Oh my god, there's so many Atriuses. Aggressively spinning towards Shambler! Shambler has no idea that he just helped him unclog his arteries! The Sigma Male grind set is now in full swing. The toasters have awakened. It's so oversaturated. Holy shit, there are so many units. And most of them appear to be doing nothing, but the others are coming. Can Shambler hold out against the onslaught of Atriuses? He's got some heavy melee. And he's going to have so many of these spawns. The Protoss don't know how to deal with this. They're just getting pushed around. It's a good thing that casters are using their area of effect spells to deal lots of area of effect damage to the 10,000 Zerg that are swarming him. Oh my god, Keyan! Keyan's the one to feel the toaster's frustration! This is a massacre. The Protoss are not building any additional tech at all. This appears to be it. Just... Oh, this is gonna be bad for the Protoss, so he's gonna lose this expansion for sure. There's so many up here in Keyan's base. Can Keyan hold on? A lot of the spawns are starting to time out. It's okay, he has plenty more. This saves Keyan! The shuttles are just flying in and out, dropping the canvases on him to die. The eternal war of the spinning heralds. But it seems like Shambler's offense is losing some steam. There's only so many units to spawn the fucking broodlings. He just keeps dropping the cannabis. They're just aggressively spinning. Meanwhile, in Shambler's face, Keyan strikes back. Oh no. We're gonna see a repeat. Keyan and the Toaster are aligned. Keyan sacrificed his hatch rocks to the Toaster in worship. It's the only explanation. Oh my god, there's just too many dudes though. Well, the Toaster's gonna reward Keyan's efforts by eating him. The Toaster begins to rebuild this base. You're not expanding to the islands, the Toaster. It kind of gave up on expanding until it had to rebuild that one. Yeah, the Toaster doesn't tech past the Grand Library. That's all it makes. I think Keyan's in trouble. I think the Toaster is gonna just step on Keyan. It seems like he's accepted his fate. He's got some Hydras here. But this base is being slowly tickled to death and he's not intervening. Shambler, however, knows he's going to need to be fully prepared to deal with this. He also doesn't want to get backdoored again. So, though, with the Protoss not building any air units at all, they're going to be woefully unprepared for when Shambler attacks again. He's going to be well and truly ready this time. But not before Keyan is annihilated. He's going to put up a defense. Oh my! Shambler's birdlings came out of the Protoss! Oh, it. Looks like the Basilisks are able to hold it off. The Shambler helped. Shambler definitely assisted. Keyan holds on just by the skin of his ball sack. He starts teching. Hell, why not? All right, so what are you going to do? You're going to amass cantivises. They've worked so well for you in the past. Why not just keep making them? The aquifer is on fire, but alive. I would like to see the Protoss start expanding. Just take everything. But it seems like that their brains have encountered a critical fault. The Toaster was unplugged. He's just sitting with no gas, just still making cantivises. Making a lot of cantivises. You can turn those into Archons still, can't you? If the AI did that, then they might actually be useful. But unfortunately, my toastery sons, they have difficulties computing really anything. So very bloodthirsty, and yet so absolutely impotent. Not sure what it's doing with these. Scooping them up and shitting them out somewhere. Meanwhile, Shambler is just amassing a horde of shit. Kind of chilling out and waiting. Did it desync? There's nothing happening. I think it desynced. No? Keyan is still tacking. I think Shambler was just focused on this expansion. There was apparently a pause. Okay, now he's still here. It was possible he was just prairie dogging it, and that's what was consuming all of his APM. The canvas drop, once again, highly effective, absolutely devastating, 10 out of 10. There's some tech coming up from Shambler, and the Protoss just kind of gave up again. No, maybe they're going to go for another high-efficiency drop. Do they have a plan? It's a toaster. Just keep flipping that switch over and over again until everything is turned to charcoal. I don't know what in the hell he's doing. Oh, yep, all the cantivises. Send those down there. That will surely, yep, here they come. Well. Oh, there's more on the way. Don't you worry, Shambler. Oh, never mind. They have nothing in them. Oh, dear. I'm so disappointed in my toastery son. Look at all this shit he has. At least go step on Keyan. Go on. Go step on him. He's made some almaxilisks. They look kind of like flying testicles, if you ask me. Not really sure what the toasters are planning. Kind of looks like he salivates for Keyan, but he's devoting so few units to it. The Amaranths are piling in. I guess we'll get to see what these do. They don't seem to do much damage. He never built anything down here again. And so it begins. Will this be Keyan's last stand? All the drones hide in the ground. The toaster reclaims the Hatchrosk that was destined for it. It wouldn't surprise me if the limited build space fried his brain. The AI is really bad about that. At least he's got 3 matrices. Oh, those do a little bit of damage. But can Keyan keep his base alive? Will this be the final stand? Meanwhile, oh shit. Perfect drop. Another highly effective attack inbound for Keyan's surviving base. Surely this time the 2 Atriuses will survive and destroy everyone in 2010, just like Savior. Guess that was the match-fixing arc in motion. There's so many heralds. The Strident's... the Strident stratum he never used, as far as I know. Shambler has spent all this time just trying to get gas. This extraordinarily long period of him chilling out has been all him just trying to get gas, because Zerg Tier 3 is fucking expensive. And I believe 1,800 for one of the structures. It's really expensive. The Protoss has expertly kept his non-existent gas down, but... Oh, look, he's finally taking another base! I'm fucking shocked. Oh, he might have his interests on another base, too. Perhaps another artery got unclogged, and finally something's flowing into his brain. And this attack could actually be a real nuisance. It's okay, he's sending in more Quasilisks. They have served him well in the game. Oh, shit! But his main got backdoored. Oh my god! He has his own after course. Oh, it's a massacre. Manages to split his units, draw in the Nathakors, and win. The Amaranths were dealt with, of course, using Nathakors, because hell, why not? This probe is actually building here. The Protoss are growing. They're growing! Keyan strikes out at Shambler with his last major attack force. So many. Perhaps Keyan senses that the toasters are on his doorstep, hungering. Keyan is certainly depleting his treasury of gas. Doesn't help he's not mining from here anymore. The toasters are they're very, very committed to their Herald spam. This base is going to die again. With just a little spattering of units. God, he has so much shit in his base, though. More units are heading down here to heckle Shambler. The Flying Testiculus is charged for the Protoss expansion. There are still, however, random Atriuses here and there that could prove to be a real nuisance. They're playing around with the Protoss's blood pressure again. This could end in tragedy for Keyan. They're all coming for his base again. They're all over. Only a few anti-air units. Oh, Keyan's getting tickled. The last of his Bactylisks have died. He's attacking their nexuses. There's toasters everywhere, all over. Keyan is dying. All of his tech he worked so hard and so long for, twice over, is slowly dying. God, the whole map is just swarming towards Keyan. The toaster has had enough of his shit. Oh, I think Keyan left. Yep, there it is. He's gone. He was consumed by the toasters. Will Shambler be consumed? My God, the toasters. The artery is unclogged again. They're coming. Oh my God, they're coming. The onslaught is on the way. Shambler, can you survive against the cantivus onslaught? There's so many. Oh shit. He has the guest Zithalors. Those are pretty strong. But the toaster onslaught's coming from 2 different sides. The toasters have waited 40 minutes for this moment. There's so many toasters. They're slowly breaking into Shambler's rear and his front. He's able to hold the rear, though. Looks like the front is starting to fold. There's just so many heralds. So here comes the Candidaces! The ultimate trump card! This will surely win the tide for the Protoss. I guess not. That was it. That was all the Protoss had. The onslaught of Vorvikors and Quasilisks. The stable units of Shambler this game, as opposed to Hydras. They swarm towards the toaster. And chill out over here. Can Quasilisks defeat Atreus's? Oh, here comes the Envoy. Brilliant drop, 10 out of 10. Yeah, nah, the toasters are fucked. They didn't tech. And they don't use their casters, so... The Quasilisks tickle the Nexus to death. The triad of matrices stand tall for a few short moments. It's only a matter of time now until my deranged, deformed son is finally put to the stake. Oh my god, that's hacking! You can't do that! There's so many dead units here, holy shit. Oh no! BTYB rage quit! He couldn't stand to see the toaster abuse. Tossed into the bathtub and not even plugged in. What's the point? And so it ends. So my deranged offspring are finally put to the stake. They killed a lot of shit though. That is a lot of kills. But my god, do they need a few screws tightened up in those brains of theirs.